So I'm here in my projects. I'm gonna create Python folder, Python folder. Let me then do something else, and that other thing is called how to create a Python env virtual environment. So why do I need a virtual environment? Because in the case I'm going to use pip or I don't know, some other things, I want to, you know, manage properties, manage dependencies, have everything encapsulated in different environments. So that's the reason why I'm creating a virtual environment. Initially I had no idea how. I think I have this Python version. Python, it's like this. How to have Python 3? Okay, I have Python already installed. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set up Python now, create a virtual environment. Yeah, it's like this. It's like this. The virtual environment was not created successfully because ensure pip is not available. On Debian Ubuntu systems, you need to install the Python 3 ven package using the following command. Okay, let's do this, but Python ven. I will install it without any specific version here. Will this work? Yeah. Unable to locate. Fuck. So do I need to do 3.12? Okay, this works for some reason. Okay, now if I try setting up a virtual environment, it should work. Let me do this again. So I haven't also worked in Python in a long time, probably since university. Okay, so I think, how do I run it? I go source env bin activate, and I'm here. I can touch, and I'm gonna call this functions py, and then I'm gonna enter functions py like this. Python 3 source. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. So this is the problem that I had. Ensure that virtual environment package is installed. If you encounter a module not found there, I should install ven. But the problem is, what's the problem here? Have I messed up if I installed 3.12? I don't think I messed up. So what I will do now is I'm going to talk about functions now. I'm going to talk about functions now. And in relation to this, let me do the following. Page settings, give me black. 160. Oh, sorry, I'm not. Okay. No, not functions. I want Python. Python, but not functions. Just Python. Okay. So we have this now. let's, what's the size of this? Let's do 20. So Python functions. Defining functions. Okay, so what do we have? Define functions using the def statement. These are cornerstone of all programs. So what I'm gonna do, I'm following a book, a great book called Python Cookbook, which has a whole chapter dedicated to the idea of functions. So what I'm gonna do is try to do and present some function definitions and usage patterns. So what we will do here, functions that accept any number of input arguments. Okay. Okay. So how can we write these functions? Oh yes. Input def multiply first, def sum. Let's do the sum. First, then I'm using the rest. The rest is basically similar to the variable arguments that we implemented in the Lisp-like language there. So what I'm gonna do is return first plus sum of the rest. So if I do sum 1 and 2, if I do sum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if I do sum 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe I should just print this as well. Print, how do I print in Python? How do you print in Python? What I also wanted to do, because I'm just following books here, I'm learning on my own. I wanted, after I gain enough knowledge and insight, I wanted to, so it's print first plus sum. I wanted to create a project of my own. So hopefully let me just see why this doesn't work. Why are not working, my friend? What is happening with you here? Maximum recursion depth exceeded. So what is here? The asterisk should help us write a function that accepts any number of positional arguments. That's why we put an asterisk here. And this is how it works. But for some reason, I get an error saying previous line repeated 99. Why? Sum 1 and 2. So wait, why is this one not working? Why is this one not working? Can you tell me, please? Why are you not working? Ah, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Okay, so I'm gonna call this one some rest. Let's do it like this. So next, oh, actually, this is gonna be a good exercise in Vim. In Vim, how do you select and replace text in multiple lines? Let's see. You can select. I don't want to use visual mode. If I'm using Vim, why would I use visual mode? I'm using Vim for one reason and one reason only, because I want to act smug in front of other developers who are using IDs with colors and shit like that. I'm using Vim, bitch. Sorry. Yeah, I'm using fucking Vim. At one point, I actually had 4 people watching the stream. 4 people wasting their time. Now we have 2 or 3. Okay. Okay, so this is the visual mode. I'm not interested in all. Without selecting. Now, this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want. 5, 6, 7. So how do I do this? So I have this S. So sum is gonna be some rest. But no. Wait. I want to replace from line 5 to line 7. And it also says here to use the G keyword. I have no idea why. No idea why. I think this is gonna work. This is gonna work just nicely. Nice. Nice. I wrote leave this. Like, there's nothing triggering me more than the fact that at every time I open a new tab, I open a new split tab. Sorry, I need to change my theme to the one that I'm using. Like, nothing triggers me more than this. I need to find a way how to fix this. Now Vim functions. Okay, so this is the first thing. I can delete this. Nice. I can delete this. Just a second. So, what's the next thing? So, what is the rest? Rest is a tuple of all the extra arguments that we passed. And the code will treat it as a sequence in performing calculations. But what if we want keyword arguments? what if we want keyword arguments? Let's do this now. So let's do this. Import HTML. It seems that we will have to install it, but I'm gonna think about it when the time comes. Now, make element name value. So what's the difference between one asterisk and why am I opening this between one asterisk and multiple asterisks? I have no idea. Equals, so what do I have here? S item for item in attribute items. So what is happening here? Attribute string, it's an empty string, and I'm joining these keywords. So what's happening here? This is a string equals, what's this one doing? Okay, let me just finish writing this method and then I'll try to make sense of this. For item in attribute items, which is this keyword arguments. So I'm taking this keyword argument and I'm doing something with it, which is a string manipulation. I assume then I'm joining it. Let's see. Return element is equal name attributes value, then I'm closing the name, then I'm formatting this. Name is equals name, attributes is attribute string, value is HTML escape value. I'm returning the element, saving this. So first of all, let me understand what is happening here. What is happening here? Please explain me this method. Let's walk through the code you provided line by line to understand what the make element function does. So this function generates an HTML element as a string with customizable tag names, values, and attributes. This is what happens inside. So this is the name, which is the name of the HTML element. This is the value, which is the text that's found inside the element. And now these are attributes, a variable number of keyword arguments. So these are keyword arguments, which represent HTML attributes like ID, class, etc. These attributes are passed as key value pairs. Okay, next. So what's happening here? So attribute items is gonna give us a list of key value tuples for all attributes. Okay, so if we have a key of, I don't know, ID equals element ID, so this is gonna, the items will gonna give us these tuples. Now list comprehension is used to format each key value pair into strings like class. Ah, okay, so this happens. The key value pair, the tuple is gonna get extracted into this string sentence here. So if I have this class, my class, ID main, yeah, this is what's happening. Class is gonna be my class and ID is gonna be main. Okay. And then we are joining this. This joins all attribute strings into a single string. Class, my class, ID main, and then I'm creating the final elements. So the format is used to insert parameters into an HTML string. Okay. So this is gonna become, and then I'm returning the element. Okay, so let's see how this works. Let's see how this works. How this works. Make element. Can I print them? I should print them. No, I'm gonna print them above. Make element b span make element item a house size large quantity 6. Save, and now if I run this, invalid syntax. What's invalid here? I know what's invalid. I forgot to put this here. Okay, I have a bug here. A bug that's caused because I haven't put this here. I haven't done this. So what are these? This is how we format strings in Python, it seems. Again, I have no idea how this is done. String format is used to insert the parameters into an HTML string. So this is gonna become something like this. Let's test this. Let's test this and let's print this. Okay, so I have P, which is the beginning and closing element, which is the name of the element. I have item, I have divs, which works. So how this works based on the last example here. I provided the name of the element and I provided the value of the element. So this is the name, this is the value. Now the problem is, how are we gonna extract these keyword arguments? I'm iterating through all of them. Here I'm using the list comprehension in order to get both the key and the value pair. So this is the key, This is the value. Then I'm joining them together on an empty string. Then I'm just pumping them here, using the attribute value. Okay. So attributes is a dictionary. This is a dictionary that holds the keyword arguments that we pass, if we have any. It holds these arguments, or these, or any others, if we have them. Can we, now here is the question, can we create a function that holds both positional and keyword only arguments? I think we can. If we do something like this. Def both arguments. I can do this, and I can do this. Print arguments. Oops. Print keyword arguments. So what happens here is that all positional arguments will be placed into a tuple arguments, and all of the keyword arguments are placed into a dictionary keyword arguments. So these are the extra notes that we have here. This element can only appear as the last positional argument in a function definition. So you can't allow any regular arguments to appear after this. It can appear before the keyword arguments, but it needs to appear as the last positional argument. And this guy can only appear as the last argument, period. So arguments can still appear even after a positional arguments. So this is fine. X, this is fine. This is fine as well. Okay, interesting. So yeah, I wanted to say, most probably in a month, I think if I keep on writing these every day, I hope in a month I can start writing my own project, something of my own, something of value, like a video game maybe, or I don't know if you heard about this. Let me try to find this. Okay, let's do this after I finish everything here. What's the next thing to do? So we want a function to only accept certain arguments by keyword. How? I have no idea. If you place the keyword argument after wait, I have this piece of code, but I have no idea how this works. How is this one? So this is a keyword only argument. This is enforced using the asterisk in the function signature. So what happens here? This in the function signature makes the arguments following it, in this case, block keyword only. This means you must provide block using a keyword argument when calling the function. How? Why? Okay, interesting. So what happens here is, how do I keyword only arguments? So if I do def keyword only size this block print size and block. So if I do now keyword only, if I do this and true, what will happen here? Let me save this, sorry. Keyword only takes one positional argument, but two are given. But if I do block equals true, it's here. Wait, let me just delete this. So is this just syntactical sugar? Why? This is just something to remember most probably. Yeah, I think it is. So this happens. Where are you? Here. The keyword only argument happens when we want to have keyword arguments after this asterisk symbol. Is this asterisk? I think it is. So why do we use keyword only arguments? For most probably for greater code clarity when specifying optional functional arguments. So if you don't know how the code works, if someone doesn't know how a certain code works, I assume, we would have no idea what certain arguments mean. So if we force the user to, not the user, the programmer, if you force him or them to have a code that is written like this, it is a lot clearer and a lot more understandable what happens here. Okay. How long am I streaming? Let me check. I'm sorry. 1.5 hours already. Yeah. Okay. For those of you who just joined, I did already the first hour. I worked on the Lisp program that we are building. I was debugging it. I was trying to understand how the flow works, because at one point it became too complex and I basically got lost. Now I'm just doing, I don't know, you like, these are really simple things. I'm mostly a front-end developer, but even I can understand how and why some of these things work. I mean, the syntax is a bit different. I have no idea how the I had no idea how the list comprehension behaves, but after reading about it, it's clear. In the end, most programming languages are just synthetic sugar on top of whatever you are writing, on top of registers closing and opening. Yeah, but one thing, I think, should I wrap it up or? Yeah, let's wrap it up. I just wanted to show you this. Most probably, I'm gonna start one of these tutorials. Maybe, I have no idea what exactly, but definitely I plan on doing this. Build your own Lisp. Yeah, I'm already following this, so it's gonna be okay. Let me just do something else. Hey, thank you. Compilation Kings, thank you. Like, I have hundreds of tabs and windows open, so sometimes I just miss comments on the videos, but thank you, I appreciate it. Let me just do one more thing. Functions. So what am I doing here? So I want to make functions more clear. I want to show additional information. I want to say what type of data are we providing, and we want to annotate our function. So how can we do this? Let me go all the way to the bottom. Like here. So how can I do this? I can create a function with additional information like this. It's just like TypeScript. Yeah, I like to compare everything to TypeScript. After working with C for the last, like, what, 1.5 months, I can say without doubt that TypeScript is a lot more intuitive, which it makes sense, It has been developed in the last. When was TypeScript released? When was TypeScript released? 2012. Yeah, I wanted to say in 2014 or 12, compared to C, which was released in 1972. So it's obvious that one language will have certain domains and ways of thinking that are much more clearer and straightforward for a human than C, which in the end C, C is just glorified assembly programming, in my opinion. It's great. Compared to whatever we had before, it's wonderful. It's intuitive and everything, but it still urges you to think like a computer when you're writing it, which maybe seem better. Who knows? So yeah, I wanted to talk about this. So we are annotating our methods in order to give information about how we should use the functions. So if we have this, we know that x is an integer, that epsilon is an integer, and that we return an integer here. So what happens is that Python actually doesn't attach any meaning to this. These annotations don't make Python behave any differently than it did before, but they are giving additional information to the developers, to the programmers. They give semantic meaning to the methods that we create. And where are these stored? These are stored in the annotations. So if I do this, print add annotations, and if I save this, and if I run this, yeah, here I have it. So x is of type integer, epsilon is of type integer, the return type is of type integer. Where is just this guy? I want to print size block. Pass. Okay. So yeah, and the primarily reason of why we use annotations is because we want to document their meaning. I mean, in this case, we just write a simple stupid function, but in more complex cases, in code bases that span hundreds of thousands or millions of lines, like this can be really useful. Especially because Python doesn't have a built-in type declarations. So annotations are helpful and they guide the developer in the dark. Okay, so I think I'm gonna end it here. The stream, that is. I want to thank you all for watching. I want to thank you all for listening. I had 40 views. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to continue, but it seems that the Red Bull I drank this morning that I drank like 1 hour ago is wearing off. So I'm becoming a bit more tired. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I won't make the 1 hour of articles. What have I done here? Yeah, I won't make 1 hour of articles today. I'm gonna make it some other time. So thank you all and see you in the next episode.